Minecraft is a game with a few realistic aspects, such as hunger, animal behavior, and structures, but these are the exceptions, not the rules. Most concepts in the game would be utterly absurd. As an example, simple gravity. Only a few blocks actually have gravity, while most blocks can float. But this is not nearly the most crazy physical concept in the game. Stay tuned. But before we get into these concepts, only a minuscule percent of people who watch my videos are subscribed. So if you enjoy the video, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Alright, let's start with the player. The player is incredibly strong based on what it's able to do. One of the most dense elements in our real world is gold. Formed into normal ingots, each one weighs around 26.4 pounds or 12 kilograms. A gold block in Minecraft is made with 9 ingots. You can see the crafting recipe. A total of 237.6 pounds or 108 kg in total. A stack of these, or a stack is 64 blocks, is 15,206 pounds or 7.6 imperial tons, all being carried by Steve. That is an immense load. For context, the average human is somewhere near 150 pounds. 1,000 times that is being carried by Steve as we go yet. But wait, it gets crazier. The player has 36 inventory slots, each of which could carry a stack of gold blocks. At this point, the character is carrying, without any extra effort, almost 274 tons. That's like carrying a singular blue whale and a singular whale shark at the same time. Those are immense marine animals which have intense weight, and it's kind of hard to imagine what they would weigh because we just can't comprehend that because they're always in water. However, this is still not at its extreme. In Minecraft 1.9, Mojang introduced the shulker box, an endgame item that roughly functions as a backpack. You can place it down, put your items in it, break the block, and it's basically a chest with items in your inventory. We can fill 36 of these boxes with 27 stacks each of gold blocks. Assuming the boxes are weightless, this comes out to 7,390 tons. This is over 1,100 African elephants, or 45 blue whales, all being carried by Steve. In other news, how far can the player jump? It's still debated whether that is 5 or 4 blocks. Dream. But either way, it's a long distance. For you freedom lovers, that is 12 to 15 feet of distance without a height change. While the human record for a long jump is 30 feet, few people have ever come close to this. For most average people, 6 feet or 2 blocks in the game is about a reasonable distance for a long jump. 12 feet is about the length of a large alligator. And I don't think anybody's jumping over a large alligator. I'll just put that out there. Let's pivot away from the player and onto the natural world. First, heights. For context, the player is about 2 blocks tall, which is accurate and about average for humans in the real world. What is not realistic is the world height limit, around 768 feet or 256 blocks. The height is about a third of the height of the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa. Mojang may actually double the height limit to 512 blocks in the next update. Check the card in the upper right hand corner. But for context, Mount Everest is about 10,000 blocks tall, which is 40 times more than the height limit in Minecraft. So you can see how that may be construed as unrealistic. Next, a simple physics problem regarding arrows. In our real world, projectiles follow a measurable path through the air that can be modeled by this function. Distance as a function of time equals half acceleration times time squared plus initial velocity times time times the sine of the angle it is fired at plus the initial height. Hypothetically, this function should be applicable in the game as well. Luckily for us, the Minecraft Wiki has done testing and calculations for us, meaning we don't have to do them, measuring the terminal velocity of arrows at 100 meters per second. The terminal velocity is basically the maximum speed that arrows reach after they are fired. Interestingly, this max speed is capped since there's no difference between crossbows and bows here. For comparison, bullets in our world have a terminal velocity of 90 meters per second when falling from the air, or between 120 to 370 meters per second depending on the type of gun. It also may go higher, once again, depending on the type of gun. An actual bow fired from an arrow has a terminal velocity of 68 to 91 meters per second, depending on the type of bow, with recurve bows being on the low end and compound bows on the higher. In this case, arrows in Minecraft are actually slightly more powerful than those in real life, which is sort of consistent with the physics that we've seen throughout this video. Generally, Minecraft over-exaggerates and makes more extreme the physics in our real world. You can fire arrows faster and farther, you can jump longer distances, you can carry immensely heavy loads, and generally that's how Minecraft seems to like to do things with physics. But that's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!